yeah, the rulership that you hold, it's going to be cast out the window. All right? Ain't going to be no glory in Esau. We already know, man. We already know, man. Your name's going to be left as a curse, man. People are going to be looking at you, laughing at you. Like the scriptures say that you have to restore double. The Most High says to even repay them double. All right? That's what's going to happen to you, man.
This is Jeremiah 16:14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Right, you know, and the reason it's going to be like that is because that's one of the parts of the glory of the Most High. To know that out of this fearful enemy, that these people, the elect, though, out of these nations, they were redeemed from that powerful hand that had hold on them. So that's the only part about you, man, that's going to be left. You know, I know the brothers talk about, you know, there's going to be books written by certain brothers in the kingdom, but they're going to be writing about how they were under the captivity of that so-called white man, or Esau, and how much of wickedness he did. You know,
a good example is like in that, well, it's all right. It's an all right example, but in the book of, or the movie Lord of the Rings, when what's his name? Nah, his uncle.
Oh, Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins. He was writing in his journal, his journeys. You know, going all the way to the time when he was in the mountains and he found the ring, and Gollum had it. He lost it, and then Bilbo Baggins took it. You know, he was writing about the wars out there, the different, you know, you saw the dwarves, the trolls, you know, the orcs. You know, he wrote all that, all the way up to the point where we started watching Lord of the Rings, and he left to that land where the elves dwelt, and he gave wait, I might be wrong, but the point is that he gave him his journal and said to start. You can start your own book. And then, you know, I believe it's in one of the newer ones, if I'm not mistaken. The point is that they write. You're gonna write your experiences, your testimony. You're gonna write what you experienced. So yeah, it's gonna happen in the kingdom.
Well, hey, the brother, we were reading, in Ecclesiastes 30. They say when he left the son behind, he left an avenger for him, because that's going to be your memorial forever, man. Like, I remember when we brought the brother down from Mississippi. He was telling us about how, you know, you're going to have every brother, man, that's the elect, you're going to have you're going to have your story, not for your own glory, but you are going to be allowed to part of that glory, but just to know the sufferings you had to go through, to see from every angle, just the depths of how Satan really was, or Esau was too. All right, because we're in a time of war. We're writing like Bilbo. We're writing what we journeyed through, the sufferings we had to go through, and then we write our end, which is when we get into the kingdom.
I got it in 2nd Esdras chapter 14, verse 44. It says, "In 40 days they wrote 204 books, and it came to pass, when the 40 days were fulfilled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, publish openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. For in them is the spring of understanding, and the fountain of wisdom, and the strength and the stream of knowledge."
Right. And you know what? And this is an example that when we're in the kingdom, when we have those books being written, it's going to be, I know there's a scripture in Revelations too that talks about how the Most High, that tree, is that tree that's going to be, we're going to live with the swelling water. It's going to be a tree with waters going out of it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty much, we're going to be writing books, man. We're not going to stop writing testimonies or stories about what happened in this time, man. You're going to be telling your children, man, what happened in America. You know, I know the scriptures say, like, remember the former days, or there's not going to be no more remembrance, but you're going to remember, like it said in, what was that, Isaiah, where it came out of that book, or Jeremiah? Jeremiah? Which one? Delivered out of the land of the Lord. shall no more be called.
Oh yeah, Jeremiah 16.
Okay, well, it's going to be called. We're going to be giving a testimony about being delivered out of wicked ass America, man. Because America's obviously written about in the Bible, man. It's a great kingdom that's being written about.
It is written in the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, when you go into the kingdom, it's not just going to be people laying back and going back to the way America was, being idiots. Knowledge is going to abound. Truth is going to abound. Faith is going to abound. Talking about knowledge, wisdom, that's going to abound. So in order for someone to gain knowledge, what do you got to read? You got to read. In Isaiah 34:16, it says, "Read ye out of the word of the Lord, the book of the Lord." All right. So in order to gain this knowledge, you got to read it. But you can read it, but you not gain it though. You got to be. The Lord has to open up your mind and receive it. But speaking about in the kingdom, there is going to be knowledge and wisdom is going to flourish. It's gonna run out like an ocean, like a stream. And I got this. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 2. "There is none holy as the Lord, for there is none beside thee, neither is there any rock like our God. Talk no more so exceedingly proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed." So the Most High is a God of knowledge. So if he is a God of knowledge, the elect are going to receive knowledge, man. They're going to write books, they're going to teach. If someone, in order to be a judge, before you can be a judge, you got to know how to teach. You got to be educated in order to be a judge. Okay? So books are going to be written. Testimonies, what have you. Even the book of Sirach, he even bears witness that his father wrote books and Sirach added on to it. And it tells you that in Ecclesiastes. Add on to sayings of wise men. You know? Build upon it. I want to get that one in John chapter 21 and verse 24. This is the disciple who has testified of these things and wrote these things. And we know that his testimony is true. And there are also many other things which Yahushua did, the which, if they should be written every one, I suppose that even the world itself could not contain the books that should be written. Amen.
And that backs up what he just read in it was as Ecclesiasticus, or where he said that God of
it's in 1 Samuel.
Okay, my bad. 1 Samuel. The Most High is the God of knowledge. All right. It's just to talk a little bit about, we were talking about America and how these things are going to be published and what happened here this time for the glory memorial for the elect of the Most High. It's just to prove that we're going to be writing more books, more knowledge is going to be published out. It's going to be written out and published forever. Well, like it said in when the Gospels, when Yahushua said that this book must be published throughout all the ends of the earth. All right, we're going to be publishing books. Writing knowledge, write more things. And going to America, we'll be writing about all the things that happen in this place, man. Everything, man, because there is so much that gone in this place. And it's getting, like the brother read that scripture in 1 Samuel, but the God of knowledge, it's just going to be more to know that in the kingdom, that whatever happened here, to not ever do it in there. Because the scriptures say, I believe in Zephaniah, when it talked about that son who tried to prophesy, or try to preach another God again, that his parents will be the first to thrust him through with the sword and throw him out the window. It's just teaching, like, there's going to be things that were written about this time for that time to know to not ever do it again. It's hard to say or break it or say it down the right way, but yeah, it's just going to be more knowledge.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 27. "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared."
And you know what? And that's even more proof that there's going to be books being published, because we already know, man, the wisdom knowledge, man, it's infinite. There's always more and more coming out. And like I said right there, where you just read, that the truth that have been withheld for so long, meaning that there's been a lot that's been held back. That means that it hasn't come out yet. So it's going to be put out in the earth. All right? all the truth, everything that the Most High has written is going to be written out, published, everything, all the, I don't know the right words to say, man. Everything that's happened, man, is just going to be published for a record, for a testimony, for, well, like it said in Romans 15:4.
You already made the point.
Yeah, everything has been written.
You've already made the point.
Yeah. But, yeah, every day is just going to be an example, how to live the right way in the kingdom.
What other scripture you got?
Well, I mean, I just had one for the wicked, man, but it was Job 25. Just talk about Esau.
Job 20 and what?
5.
Is it Job 20 and 5? That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite.
Let's start at verse 4.
Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment?
Right, because America is that hypocritical nation, all right, and America is that one that's been going too long thinking that it's gonna flourish forever, all right? Because like I said, the wicked, they take the things, they take things deceitfully, but we already know through the scriptures that the wicked's triumphing is short. No matter how you get it, you're gonna get yours, man. But America's gonna get his judgment for real, man, like without a doubt. Though you get everything that you've gotten so far, like the brother was reading in was it? I can't remember the book no more, but he was reading about how you steal every man's treasures. You go here and there, claiming this is yours. Even the unclaimed parts you claim is yours. Man, that the Most High, he's looking at you, man, as though like you're deceived, man. That's why I said like a hypocrite's time is short, because you're gonna get your downfall, man. Esau's only there for a little bit. I was reading earlier today. It said that though they flourish though they're there for a little while, yet they should be taken out of the way. All right, Esau's glory, man. Like I said in Isaiah, man, going back to Isaiah, you sit as a lady right now, man, but when Yahushua comes, he's gonna take you out of the way. Everything that you thought you stood for is gonna be taken out of the way. All right, you wanted to deceive everybody. You're gonna be set right, man, and your nakedness, what's under that skirt, that nasty bloody skirt, is gonna be discovered, man.
Isaiah 27, and I'll start at verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Right. You know what? And like it says in Timothy's, well, just real quick about the whole pleasures thing, it says in Timothy that while a woman liveth, though she live in pleasure, she is dead while she liveth, That's America right now, because she's living in pleasure. She's living all the America, Esau is getting everything that his heart could desire. And like he even said, that he has more than what he could desire. But yet he's still not satisfied. But he's doing everything wickedly. He's taking everything violently. But that's why it's saying that thou shalt not sit a lady forever. And like I said, you did not take these things to your heart. You didn't consider the latter end. You did not consider, like I said in Esdras, that there's a price to pay for everything.
Verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day: the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
Right. You know, and like I said, through the abundance of your enchantments, because you did a lot. You went through a lot of trouble and a lot of wickedness to get the things that you wanted, man, the wrong way. Right. And like I said, because of all of this, you're going to be taken out in one day, man. It tells you in Revelations that America is going to be destroyed in 1 hour. 1 hour, man, the Most High is going to wipe this entire land out. That strong military power that y'all have. All right? So you can't forget that, man.
Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Well, yeah, well, that's another part you're doing too. You're trying to make everybody believe that there's no power. All right. And then after that, you actually, like we were talking about earlier, you believe that you're not going to be recompensed for the things that you do. All right. The scriptures say, what is that? Isaiah 18, where it says, woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel, and who seeth me. Is that? If you could correct me if I'm wrong on that chapter. I know it's in Isaiah, but it says, yeah, it's talking about those who are trying to hide their counsel from the Lord. Most High sees everything, man. You're not hid. All right, we already explain it all the time. Esau, you've already been found out. Like I said in Obadiah, you've been made bare, or in Isaiah, you've been made bare.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 or chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Right, and you know what? At that time too, man, that's Esau, man, sitting like he's not being seen for what he's doing, because it's saying that he's making his self-proclaimed throne, thinking that he is the God. Like he's not, like he's seeing, like he's doing what he wants, and there's nobody else looking at what he's doing. The scriptures tell you, man, clearly that you've been found out. The Most High, he knows every single thing that you've done, man, or you so-called white man have done. All right. And like I said in the beginning, let no man be deceived when that son of perdition shall be revealed. Right? The scripture's already saying you've been revealed, you've been sought out. Your counsel has already been made manifest. All right?
Isaiah 47 and 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Right, and that's gonna be that thermonuclear missiles, right? You know, like we were talking about earlier today in the lesson, like all these things that these 2/3 were escaping from. And like the brother said, man, an example about a man who escaped, you know, but that debt's not even really here. That ultimate judgment, man, hasn't even been set down yet for you to. Esau already thinks he's, like I said in Isaiah 49 and 11, you already believe that you're going to continue forever. Huh?
That's Psalms 49.
My bad. Psalms 49 and 11, my bad. But you believe you're going to continue in your house forever. I mean, that's you thinking that you're not going to be recompensed for anything that you do. But the scriptures have said, destruction shall come upon you suddenly, right?
Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow still shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Right, and that the terrors, man, that are upon you is the Most High. All right, he's the king. He's the king of terrors. He's coming back to recompense everything that you've done. Right, everything that you wanted to try to accomplish. Like I said, when you're about to fill your belly, that's when you're about to fill your belly, that's when all that destruction is going to come upon you, man. When you're about to try to fulfill your RFID chip plan, martial law, that's when the Most High is going to start really coming back, man. You're going to see everything more speedily happening. Riots happening, race riots, more bombings, whatever you want to call them.
All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his good shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God.
Right, and you know what? And the men that are out here on the highways and byways, man, we're revealing you, man. The scriptures say that The eyes are upon the sinful kingdom, man. And